Hey guys, I'm sick, so don't mind my voice. If the screen's a bit fuzzy or whatever, it's because I left my camera in my car, and so the lens is a bit fogged up. But I'm getting over a cold. Do you ever notice that when you're happier, you get sick less often? I know a year ago, I was getting sick at least once every season, if not more. But ever since I've been with Joe, this is probably the second sickness I've had. We've been together going on 6 months. So speaking of love, I wanted to do a video for you guys about love. Maybe you could get a Valentine's Day date. This Valentine's Day is Monday. Um, and today is what? Thursday. So you have to work fast. Um, but I met Joe on POF.com, plentyoffish.com. That's what POF means. It's a free site. You do not have to pay anything to start. You don't have like a certain trial, and then you have to pay. Nothing like that. It's absolutely free. I promise you guys, it's absolutely free. You can pay if you want to, but it's really not necessary, especially if you're a female, because on the site, being a female, you will get approached a lot. Like when I had the site, I had a full page of messages every single day. At least a full page, if not more. So being a female, you definitely don't need to upgrade to pay that site. You can do it for free. Being a guy, women don't tend to approach men as much. So being a guy, you're probably not going to be getting a lot of messages unless you're like a freaking model. Because let's face it, there are some people that are shallow. Like most people go based purely on looks. Because when you're on a dating site looking at something, like you're gonna go with what appeals to you. But the site is great. If you start now, who knows, maybe you could start talking and maybe even have a date a little after Valentine's Day. But it's the month of love, Valentine's Day. Um, so yeah, I met Joe on that site. I had terrible luck last year with guys in general. Uh, with Wade, he screwed me over. Then I was with somebody else. I'm gonna try to refrain from names. Basically, I was with someone else. He cheated on me. Continued to stay with them because I was a little destructive back then because I lost my father last year. So I I put up with a lot just because I guess I was seeking happiness and I was just so sad from everything else around me. So I stuck with a cheater. I wouldn't ever do that. That was just a nightmare. Just all throughout last year and the spring, I just dealt with my share of jerk guys. Um, the great thing about POF.com is that people that are looking to get serious are gonna put the time in onto the site. Um, Basically, what it is like you can post a few pictures, I think maybe about 5, and you just write all about yourself, like your interests, what you're there for, what you're looking for, all that kind of stuff. Um, and my advice to anybody joining the site is make it real. Don't say, I like long walks on the beach. My favorite color is purple. Like, just be honest. Tell people why you're on the site, what you're looking for, who you are. I think honesty is the best policy, and it shows that you're taking it seriously. If you go and, like, you find someone's page and they're like, Hi, my name is Bob. I'm 25. I want to date. Like, they don't really show a general interest in dating. I think when you are open, it shows your sincerity. Sincerity? Whatever. In being on the site. And a word of advice, if you get a message from somebody that says hi in the subject. And then when they're actually typing the message, it says, hi, how are you? Like, really? You, really? You want to potentially date me? That's all you have to say? Like, I wrote you a freaking novel in my About Me section. Like, that's all you're gonna say is, hi, how are you? What is that crap? My advice is if you're messaging somebody, show that you actually read their profile. Base questions, comments, concerns on what they had to write. It shows that you took the time to look at their profile, and that is a turn on. I know that when guys were like, hey, you're sexy, I was turned off because I wasn't on that site to get a one night stand. And you gotta be careful. There are a lot of people out there, when men and women, that are there just to get laid, basically. But for the most part, I think the community in general is seeking love because they're taking the time to make the profile, which says that they're trying to make time for love. So I had success on the site, obviously, because at the end of February, Joe and I will be together for 6 happy months. Um, my best friend Jess actually suggested it to me. Um, she's actually engaged. She's been together with her fiance now a little longer than Joe and I have, and they're engaged to get married next spring. And I'm going to be in the wedding party. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, she had success, and um, she was told about the site by someone she knew who had success. I have told people about it. I know that a current friend of mine is just at last resort, just like I was, wanted a change of pace. So he joined the site. He's actually dating a girl. He's happy with her. Um, I know that um, it kind of like dating online is kind of like weird for some people, but meeting people at a bar is just bad news. Like, if you think you're gonna find love at a bar, you're in some crazy stories because that's. I haven't had luck. Let's put it that way. Going to the bars, guys are just looking to get it wet, basically. Um, Unless they happen to be that one guy that went to the bar that wants a relationship, just like I was that one girl at the bar that wanted a relationship. Like, I want to settle down. You know, I want to be with someone, I want to start a family, all that stuff. Um, so yeah, back to the success of POF.com. Um, my friend is dating someone. No, the story with Joe, the reason he started was because a friend of his suggested it to him, and he was like, yeah, okay, dating site, like, this is stupid, like, this isn't gonna happen. Like, he didn't take it seriously, but he did spend the time to open up in his profile and talk about himself. Um, but there's actually different ways of looking at people, and there's a section of who you will marry, because when you first start the site, you can take a personality test, and based on the results, they can pick people that are close to your personality. So he told me I was literally the first girl that popped up um, in that section with being the most compatible with him. And so he went on a whim, and, like, he looked at my profile and he was like, oh, she's cute. And he liked what I had to say, my sincerity. Let's not even try to say that word again. Um, so he went this on my page and saw everything I had to say and decided to message me. And the plus thing that he did was base it on what he read about me. He saw one of my bands that I liked, and it actually happens to be one of his favorites. And we just conversated for, I don't know, like a week maybe. Um, then there was actually another girl he messaged too, but she was like a psycho or whatever. She didn't really message him back, I guess. And it was weird because we actually, like, one day I had to go out because I used to have to go out to do my laundry, and he used to have like a part-time job somewhere, and in the same plaza he had to go pick up something for his boss, in the plaza that I was going to do my laundry. He happened to, like, we were, at this point, we were texting and, like, we had spoken on the phone, maybe here and there. Um, but, like, I knew he was going to be in the area, but I didn't know that we would wind up in the plaza at the same time. It's not like we were texting each other saying, like, hey, I'm at the plaza now, meet me. That's not how it was. It was just, we were at the same place at the same time. He was coming out of the store as I was pulling my car into the parking spot, about to pull my laundry out. I was just kind of like looking like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I think that's him. Because he was like the aisle behind me, like catty corner. And I saw him walking, and like based on his pictures, I was like, oh my god, that has to be him. He's tall, he's skinny, blondish hair, oh my god, glasses. So he pulled up, and his part time job, he was dirty, like, so he's like really nervous to meet me. And he was actually stumbling on words, which he said he never does. But he was like shy and nervous, and I was too. But yeah, like he, we spoke for a little bit, but he had to leave and I had to go. Um, it was just like crazy. It was almost like it was meant to be, like I just, it was crazy to me. Um, so I think like a few nights after that, we had planned a date, but he could not wait for the date. Neither could I. Like he was like, "Can I? You want me to come over? Like we can hang out, blah blah blah. Get to know each other. I guess. Like I'm really excited for the date. Like after running into you that day, I'm just like super excited. So I was like, sure, come over. And he came over. We hung out. And he ended up asking me out that night. Like we just clicked. Like everything we talked about, we had such a great time in each other's company. Had great conversation. I normally don't jump that fast, like, but it was different with him. It felt different. Like he was genuine. He wasn't a guy trying to get my pants. We had so many common interests. I was attracted to him. Like everything was like great. Everything was like fireworks. So the rest is history. August 30th, 2010 is when we started our relationship. So just he went into it a non-believer and came out a believer. My friend Jess, she's getting married. Her friend, Success, they might actually be married already. A friend of mine is dating. Um, so if you are having bad luck with finding relationships, I'd say give POF a try. Or I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.